business idea. Tell me if it's any good, right? So doomsday preppers, that's my target audience, as well as people who run like communities, you know, like commune type places. So there's this thing I notice, which is a lot of doomsday preppers and whatnot, they buy beans and they buy like guns, I guess that's it. That's all they have. They're gonna be just alone there in their like bunker. Their kids are gonna kill them at some point, like, because they're going all insane in there, right? What you actually need when it comes to those situations is you need community, you need large-scale collaboration, and you need knowledge and the ability to restart actual systems in society if that shit were to happen, right? So, hear me out. How and what is the best way to get said knowledge and restart said systems? I've seen before, it was on my TikTok ads, right? It's some book that's like, oh, how to forage and how to do everything yourself. Like, it was super cool. Don't get me wrong, definitely get that, whatever that book was, right? But my idea, hear me out, is that I don't just want to be able to, like, when the doomsday happens and we restart things, have like my own self-sufficient little commune. I want to like get cool stuff happening again. I want to actually know the sciences. I want to not have to have every person in my bunker be like a physicist when we start, but like have the ability to learn that stuff, right? I want them to have access to knowledge, okay? So how do we get access to that knowledge in like a safe way that can actually maintain, like store basically all of humanity's knowledge, right? Or at least the important parts. I'm thinking, check this, is I make one of those Faraday cage boxes, which is not make one, I buy one. Those like, a Faraday cage is like a box where the electric signals cannot get in or out, and therefore, not only if the grid shuts down, the internet shuts down, but also if there's like an EMP attack, this thing will survive any doomsday scenario, right? I want that box, and then in it, I'm gonna put, hear me out, I'm gonna put a bunch of hard drives. These hard drives have in them stored a bunch of textbooks, a bunch of sciencey papers, a bunch of like the entirety of Wikipedia, stuff like that, right? Knowledge that you would need or find interesting to like resume humanity. Think like Silo, that's the Apple TV series, the whole like crazy library they have in there with all the knowledge and stuff. Think like that place, right? Store as much as we can realistically. Make priorities, obviously. It's like a thing a person buys, so it's not too much, like maybe like, I don't know, 10 terabytes or something. And then, hear me out. The other thing we use that, if this already exists, business-wise, this is already a thing, the thing that they haven't thought of is I would download one of the best or biggest that I can handle, that we can handle, open source language models like ChatGPT. If you weren't aware, you can actually download those things for free, fully do whatever you want with them. You can run them yourself and not rely on like Microsoft and Google to run them for you and charge you money and stuff. Anyways, I would put in this box a hard drive that has one of those or a few of those different sizes, because here's my reasoning. Before, I'm not like just AI broing this, here's my reasoning, is that I'm blah, 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 blah. I'm a researcher in the area, actually. Like, I know about them a lot. They are basically the most efficient information compression mechanism we have. Now, they're very error prone, meaning, as you know, ChatGPT makes stuff up. Like, it's not always correct, obviously. Unlike when we download Wikipedia. When we download Wikipedia, it's all correct. Like, it's just a download Wikipedia, right? Whereas ChatGPT, like, you download it, it's gonna make mistakes and stuff, but like, if you run it 10 times, it'll be correct 7 out of 10 times, right? So we get a ChatGPT style bot also downloaded, and then the computer that we include in this box. So in the box is a bunch of hard drives, some solar panels, a battery, and a computer, right? The computer, if you're curious, if you're a nerd, I would go with a Mac Studio M3 Ultra, basically. That way we can actually run the biggest model possible. But anyways, and like a keyboard and mouse and like a USB-C travel monitor kind of thing. This is all you would need to restart, information-wise, the entire civilization if like all the books got burned and like yada, 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 right? This would be like the core knowledge. And I want to sell that product, effectively a box, which I think could fit in a backpack, depending on how big of a solar panels batteries you get, could fit in a backpack. I want to sell that box to doomsday preppers. What do you think? Let me know.